Watch out, Eric.
Whoa. Whoa. What's happening?
It's the Bad Boys of Pop.
Yes.
1, 2.
Yeah.
Signed to Michael Jackson, then signed to Madonna. Toured with Britney Spears, where you learn what I wanna do. A girl like you, got the 7 digits, got the area code too. Heated it up with 98, did the all that music and more, and it felt great. Now we're back to the top, industry unlocked. No pop music, but a whole lot of talk. Come along for the ride, going straight to the top. Tell me back and Eric Stretch, the Bad Boys of Pop. Bad Boys of Pop.
Yay!
The giggity grab bag.
That's us. We're the Bad Boys of Pop.
I am Eric Stretch.
Oh, and I am... Wait, no.
So I get you every time.
I'm Eric Stretch.
And I'm Tommy Mac.
Yes, and if you don't know...
And we'll never do that again.
No.
Please, God, no.
Yes, we are former members of the band No Authority.
No Authority. It was a band. A band. One of bands.
Yes. Tommy, take it away.
And it wasn't actually a band. Some of us play instruments, but we just would sing and dance.
Yeah, you're a boy band.
Yeah. Okay. We had so much fun last week with our new segment of Grab Bag, Tour Stories.
Tour Stories.
So we're going to do
Stories.
Tour Stories 2. Tour Story 2. Like the movie Tour Story 2.
I know. I thought about that today.
Yeah.
No, I thought
Tour
about
Story
that
2.
today. I thought about that joke.
We so clever. So yeah, Tour Stories. We're doing it again. And
we haven't discussed this before.
This is off the cuff. This is off the cuff. And so let me give us a little story starter here, right?
Oh, God.
Tour Story starter.
I'm terrified.
So, in the last version of Tour Stories, we talked about and you brought up our fans turned friends, the Hawaiians, as we affectionately refer to them as. Mm-hmm. And I was notified by them that they didn't get the tattoo out of a magazine. They didn't get the autograph out of a magazine, which I always thought that's what happened. I always
thought they did
for some reason. And then she said, and I believe it was Danielle said, only she got the your last name.
Yeah.
And Arlene didn't get your last name.
Yeah.
Or something.
Rude.
Something like that. And then they said you didn't cry. I'm just kidding. Maybe you did cry. She didn't say anything about that.
I cried. I definitely was touched.
But it's amazing how our memory could, like, that could be, like, you remember the same thing that I remembered.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, this is why it's so
I remember that same thing. Like, that's the story that I remember. It's so weird.
Well, there's also a lot of times when it's like, when you will share like a moment or something that we all were a part of, and I remember it completely differently. So it's interesting.
I would like to discover some of those. I mean, putting you on the spot, I know, but think about that. Kind of have that in your back pocket, because that would be interesting. Like, if you can think of,
wallet.
If you can think of an example of that. I will. Okay, I'll give a memory of something that I thought was interesting. And this is before like TMZ, before like all that, and before cell phones had live streaming and all that. but do you remember we went to lunch? We had done a sound check, and then we actually went to like a Denny's or something, like some Red Robin or something.
Keeping it classy,
as you do, and we're sitting there, and there was a group of folks that just had a video camera just pointed at our table, just recording. They weren't even holding it, recording us. It was just sitting on the table, just recording. It was just filming us while we ate.
Yes. Oh my God. I have not. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do remember that. That was one of those moments. It's like, dude, what are you doing?
It's like,
we're eating.
At least hold it.
We're eating moons over my hammy. Like, just. What are you going to film?
You want to catch me picking my nose?
It's not like you couldn't pick up our sound either. It was far away.
It was. I think eventually Tony went over and asked them to turn the camera away.
Hey Tony, I got a message from Tony the other day. Love you, Tony.
Did you?
Mm-hmm, I did.
Good. Okay, yeah, I'd reached out to him and told him to.
Yes, it was good.
Hit you up. Very cool. So yeah, I haven't seen Tony in a while. It'd be good if he'd come out for a visit. Wouldn't that be fun?
I haven't seen Tony in a long time either.
That would be
really fun.
That would be fun. the stories that we could talk about with him too. Like, the fun. Maybe we'll have to get him on an episode. We'll Skype him in or something.
Well, so just a little insight too. Whenever we were on tour, we had the Prevost tour bus, right? And so on the tour bus, I know everybody.
Some people pronounce it Prevo, but it's spelled Prevost.
And so the measurements of our beds. So there's 12 beds, right? So it's 3 on one side and 3 on the other side.
In between the 3 and 3, there was a closet. Yeah.
And then,
where our show clothes would.
But it's the exact measurements of a coffin.
Mm-hmm.
So you're literally sleeping in a coffin, and like at the slumber parties, or you always get the giggles right before you go to sleep. We would just like start cackling and like not going to sleep. Well, we had a couple Coronas, but we had a lot of Coronas.
We had a lot of Coronas, and occasionally there were 40s.
And occasionally
of King Cobra.
Keeping it classy.
One tour bus was the silver one. We called it the Silver Bullet.
The Silver Bullet.
And then when we got the goldish one, that was King Cobra.
King Cobra. Again, you guys, nothing but
classy. 40s, Slim Jims, Clamato.
Moons over Miami.
And Veggie Trace. Gotta balance it out.
Veggie Trace, yeah. But it really truly was like the most fun. Looking back at that, like we had we played spades every night. So show all those things.
Oh yeah. That was what is that game called? Kings? That game was called that was spades. No, spades is not spades.
No, but that's what we did. So every time that it was an ace 2 3 4 the same suit. We'd all had to drink, and that's when that whole show.
But I think that game is called King's Cup. Because remember you had to pour the whatever into the cup.
That's right.
And then the unfortunate soul who pulled something had to drink the combo that was in the cup.
So just teenagers playing drinking games. You guys, stay in school. Stay in school. We do not promote this.
We do not.
But we had a
condone.
blast.
We did have a lot of fun, and we were safe about it too. Obviously, we were on a bus. We weren't driving. We had a driver. So if you've got a big bus and a driver, it's a little safer, but we still don't condone.
We don't condone it.
That per se. What else did we play? Bobble.
Yeah, well,
was that Bubble?
Yeah, we brought in on the Xbox. No, PlayStation. It was like the first PlayStation. No, it was like gray. It was a light gray, right? It wasn't like the cool black sleek PlayStations we have now.
No, but it was awesome sitting in the lounge and playing video games, drinking our Coronas and things.
And then occasionally we would actually perform.
That would, yeah. And then for the other, 16 hours of the day, we'd sign autographs and perform. And we only performed for like less than an hour, so the other 15 hours plus was signing autographs.
I think it was a 21.5-minute set.
It depended. It depended on the day.
Yeah, it depended on the tour too. So like we'd go to the venue in the morning, do our sound check, and then they'd feed us, and then we would go back, get ready for the show. And then we'd go do the show, and then then sign autographs, and then for hours.
And sometimes it was a little bit of shady business, because if someone was coming on after us that had done us dirty, then we would say, "Hey guys, we're signing right here, right now, right this second. Come over." So people would leave.
Shady, really shady.
It was shady. It like taking the audience from the next act. That's
cutthroat. This industry.
No authority.
That's right.
Bad boys of pop.
Bad boys of pop, baby.
We were bad.
We were
bad.
But then after the signing and everything.
Sorry, guys.
After the signings, then we would like get all of our stuff and go back in the tour bus. And then we would drive overnight to the next venue.
And of course, we would do our schoolwork. Just kidding. I think Danny's the only one that had schoolwork.
Yeah, you can't see us, but we're using air quotes when we say school.
It's really a mystery as to what he did. We have no clue.
Yeah, so that's kind of how our tour life was.
But I will say, I didn't know the dimensions were the same as a coffin, but I will say I got some of the best nights of sleep ever.
Yeah, it was
on that bus.
Yeah, it was like you would get such amazing sleep because just like that steady pace of of the bus unless he slammed on the brakes and
the hum and then the swaying and it was pitch black in there
pitch
too.
black. You had a curtain, and then we all
had our own little video screens.
Little video screens
that you could watch whatever you wanted to watch.
Whatever you wanted to watch.
You know, if you get in there
there
and you pull your curtain and you want to watch cartoons, you can watch cartoons.
You can watch whatever you want. Remember, we're teenagers.
Mm-hmm. You can watch your private cartoons, and no one knows.
Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Oh my god, it's kind of fun to relive all these tour stories.
I do like this segment. I think it's good. And I'm actually looking forward to bringing on some Skype guests, like
absolutely
to reminisce with us.
Yeah, and if I know I get some of these, and I'm sure Tommy does too. That a lot of DMs or Facebook messages about some of the things that people who were fans of No Authority, and they would kind of travel, and they would they always had so much fun with their friends. It was like just to take the summer, get in the car, and see the world, and then to support a band, which is awesome. So if you have any stories that you guys remember, please share that with us so we can share them on here.
Yeah, and I put a call out today on the Bad Boys of Pop Facebook page to comment your ideas or questions.
Yes.
So you can put it there, or like I mentioned on a previous episode, you can email as well, thebadboysofpop@gmail.com, and we will we'll put everything together and utilize that. And if we get enough cool stuff, we'll turn that into next week's grab bag.
Absolutely.
I think that'll be fun. There's so many stories. Just in my mind, I'm thinking, okay,
write them down.
Remember the time I broke my toe on the top of the hotel, getting out of the jacuzzi, trying to pee off the top of the building, and then remember when my friend crashed into the back of the bus in Texas?
Write them down. Write them down. We're going to share all the stories.
We're going to share all the stories. So you guys, please shoot over your ideas, your questions. We want to incorporate those, and.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining us. We won't make this too long. Unless, Eric, is there any special memory that
there's so many, but
itching to share right now?
Stay tuned.
You're giving us a stay tuned?
I'll give you a stay tuned.
Okay. All right, we'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And remember, email us. Comment.
Reach out.
And by all means, when we share the Bad Boys of Pop post with the episode in it, share it to your friends, because we want to get as many people listening and sharing with us as possible, because we don't remember everything. Obviously, we don't remember everything clearly.
Remember
exactly as it did
Coronas.
go. Obviously, so
Yes.
So we want to turn it into a big fun party, big fun time treat.
The big fun time treat.
Big fun time treat. That old grab bag with the tour story.
Treat. Yes.
All right, guys, that's it. We are going to head on out now for the week, but we will see you on Monday for Heavier the News, and we'll see you back again next Thursday for the grab bag.
We love you.
We love you. It's creepy. See ya. 1, 2. Yeah. Signed to Michael Jackson. Then signed to Madonna. Toured with Britney Spears, where you learn what I wanna do. A girl like you got the 7 digits, got the area code too. Heated it up with 98, did the all that music and more, and it felt great. Now we're back to the top, industry unlocked. No pop music, but a whole lot of talk. Come along for the ride, going straight to the top. Tell me back in Eric Stress, the Bad Boys of Pop.